And welcome back, everybody. It has been a few weeks. A lot of things have changed since I was on here last and did anything. And the last thing that I believe that I did here was rust repair on my 2016 Ford Fiesta. And about a week later, I'm at work, and my mom and sister were on their way to a doctor's appointment. I get a call saying something's wrong with the car, that she was going to pass somebody and it lost power and it was sputtering and doing all kinds of stuff. So she said she was turning around, coming back home. So I talked to my boss, and in the meantime, my sister called back and said the car was done. It shut off. It had nothing. It was off. So I said call a tow truck, and in the meantime, I'll come on out there. And let's just say I got there. I tried to turn it over. It didn't sound right. It started for a split second, like very backfiery, poppy, and I just kind of went, well, the only thing that I'm aware of that can be is a timing belt. And because just turning it over, it just sounded like there was absolutely no compression anywhere. Got it to the Ford dealership, and after about a week of them having it, I called and asked what was going on, and he said the engine's done. Went it through the timing belt. It was obviously everything was out of time, and it bent the living shit out of the valves, and there is no compression in most of the cylinders. Well, the big 4-cylinder, it was half were done, and it makes me laugh because it was, first off, I literally just paid that car off in June, and it's done. The car only had about 90,000 miles on it. And that's a little bit heartbreaking. You pay on something for 5 years, don't even really drive it. You drive it 3 out of the 5 years or 2 out of the 5 years because everybody else drove it but me, and beat the living crap out of that car, and that's what happened. So I went on a quest. My wife agreed that we needed another vehicle because this household just can't run on one alone. And things happened. My mom decided she wanted to buy her own car again, so she got her own car, and which is like a 22 Ford Escape. And after looking and looking and looking and not knowing what it was that we should get, knowing what I wanted, knowing what was more practical, and I know what y'all are going to say when you see what I got, but me being a Ford guy, I bought a 1990 Chevy Silverado. Why? I'm not sure. I was looking for about 2 weeks, and I went back and forth between a Dodge Ram to a Chevy Silverado. I more than anything wanted to get back into another F-150. I had one before. It was like an 07, and I loved that thing. Every one that I found was way out of my price range. Way out of my price range. And the weird thing is I looked at that truck probably 3 times and said, No. The rockers are gone. They are absolutely gone on that truck. The wheel wells over the rear tires, pretty much gone. And I was getting to the point where I had checked out a couple of these things around the same year, and they were just a dream to drive. They were absolutely smooth, and you name it, it was like, huh. Anyway, long story short, my wife got it drilled into my head that we need a truck. It was more beneficial to us to have a truck because there's things that I still got to do in this house. I need to, be able to haul my own lumber and stuff like that. And I couldn't do it in a car or a Jeep that I was also looking at purchasing. She's like, you don't need a Jeep. I know you love them. Truck is more feasible for us. It's more needed. There's a word there and I can't think of it, but I'm going to give you guys a walk around and you're going to notice that the work over the fenders, the wheel wells on the back, I had already messed with it, didn't record it, and there's a reason why I didn't, because I like doing some body work, but when you're missing so much metal, I got what I could. I did what I could to make it look better than it did, and I think I succeeded at that. I have before pictures and what I throw up toward the end of this video. But I'm going to show you the rockers. You're all going to be like, this is insane. Why would you do this? But there's 3 reasons why I did it. So, rust, 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 rust. There's my awesome patch job. Look at this. That's flashing. Look at that awesome stuff. All the cab corners are gone. There's nothing in there anymore. Absolutely gone. There's nothing in here. Pretty soon this door's not even going to be able to latch. I started cutting some stuff out. There's just nothing left. So, y'all see that? Pretty soon that door ain't gonna latch. Interior. Interior's fine, I guess. Nothing fancy. This is what kind of cracked me up. You don't see this anymore. This was a very basic Chevy truck. So basic that it's vinyl floor. But yeah, it's 4-wheel drive. Rust. The damn Vortec motor. Somewhere around here it's supposed to tell you what it is. I don't see it. Anyway. Rust. 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 Here's the other messed up attempt at repairing what was not here. This is also flashing. So what would possess me to buy probably one of the world's biggest rust buckets? Well, the owner of the truck, he was the first owner, the only owner besides me now. 119,000 miles on it. That's number one. Brand new transmission, brand new transfer case. Those are the three reasons I even did it. Oh, here's another beautiful thing about it. Completely destroyed me here. What else? Yeah, that's all the rust and stuff that was coming off of it when I was working on it. Tires are pretty decent. And it's got that plastic bed liner with water in it. Almost afraid to even pull that out of there to see what's under it. So I'm gonna leave it. So that's where I'm at. Sorry that I've been gone, but so much had happened in that short period of time. Well, actually a 3-week period. And yeah, went to crap pretty fast. But so here it sits. Here I am at. These back fenders of this bed, I'm not even entirely sure why I spent money to buy fender flares. To kind of hide all the sins that are here. Yeah, it's the pocket style. They're really big, beefy ones, and they got the open bolts there, shiny bolts, whatever, I don't know what the hell you call them. Never installed those things before. There's probably not even enough meat on any of this thing, not enough steel for any of those screws to grip into. So it's probably going to be a lot of gluing, a lot of self-tappers. But my goal was just to make it look a little better. I'm not sure why. I'm kind of live in a neighborhood where, you don't have anything too crappy in your yard because people will look at you funny. And, I'm 51 years old. I don't care. This truck's going to do what I need it to do. I don't really care if I look really pretty going down the road in it. I just wanted it to look a little more presentable. Not because of the neighborhood, but I got spoiled with nicer vehicles now, So make it look a little nicer. I don't know what the floor pans look like. The exhaust is original also, but the thing runs quiet and very smooth. It's like fantastic. So there's my report to you guys as to where I've been, what I've been up to, and why I haven't been on here. When the fender flares come in, I think it's going to be next weekend, I think is what it said. I will film then, but I probably won't upload it till the following weekend, so it'll be a couple of weeks. Anyway, update complete, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Any questions, comments about that thing back there, let me know. Yeah, I should have just held out for a Ford. And the funny thing is I offered this lady $3,000 for one in Sheboygan. They were asking 42. They dropped it to 38. That's when I offered $3,000. She said, how about 35? I said, nope, I'm not doing that, but I'm on my way to Sheboygan this evening. If you change your mind, let me know. It was in much better shape than this thing. But it had a lot more miles because it was a company truck. But anyway, there was no rust on it though. It was in really dang good shape. And I had this thing home 2 days, and she messaged me and said that they'd accept my offer. Anyway, that's the way it goes. See you guys in a few weeks. Bye.